in for a treat because this is just a show that is filled with joy and love and laughter and learning. And so let's get started and let's get out of town with Lauren and Loretta here with us.
So excited to get away.
Another adventure, girl.
Wow.
Oh, I love it.
My goodness.
I don't know if I can do it. Woo!
Welcome.
Yay!
We're excited. Very excited.
Let's do it. Hi, I'm Loretta.
And I'm her daughter, Lauren.
We're from the DMV, and we love to travel.
We definitely do.
One of the best things about living in the D.C. area is the many places that you can visit that are just a few hours away.
So many options, and now we get to check them out together.
Join us for a weekend of some very cool places to stay.
Great food.
And non-stop fun as we get out of town. Well, off on another mother-daughter adventure.
Off to Charlottesville.
Well, you know, I love Charlottesville because I went to UVA for 4 years, so for me, it's like going home.
Yeah, and it's not that bad of a drive, like a little less than 3 hours, what the GPS is saying.
The drive there is beautiful.
But we're going to Monticello first. I'm excited to see that property.
And Thomas Jefferson's home.
And, you know, we'll be focusing on the African-American history there,
Right.
and especially Mulberry Road. That's where the slaves lived.
right?
Yeah.
I'm most excited about going horseback riding.
You know, on my bucket list is to be able to ride a horse because I've been too scared. And horses know when you're afraid and they don't walk.
That is true.
That's the beauty of these trips. I get to conquer my fears. Welcome to
Well, Loretta and Lauren, we are starting things off in Charlottesville. And Loretta, you went to school there and you were a track star. We'll see in a few minutes here. What were some of the events you did back in college?
I ran the 100-meter hurdles, 400-meter hurdles, long jump, and few relays.
Wow, we even have a picture and I love it. Yeah, in the show here. And Lauren, had you been to Charlottesville before or was this your first time?
No, so I have gone with my mom, I think, to like an alumni weekend that they had one time. That I think might have been my first time as an adult. I'm sure I've been there as a child, but I only count as an adult. So that was my second time there.
Yeah, nice. And we're starting things off at Monticello. Had either of you visited Monticello before?
I have a few times, but Lauren has not.
No, yeah, that was my first time.
Yeah. Well, this clip, it has some beautiful music. We visit Monticello with the guide Gail, and it's just a really, I don't even know the right word for it. It's just a great way to visit Monticello with Gail and with you too. So let's head over to Monticello.
Charlottesville. Woo-hoo!
We made it
We are
to the
here. We are
Seaville.
It does feel like I'm coming back home.
Welcome to Monticello.
Thank you. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. Of course, behind us is the main house. But my connection and where I feel most in touch with my ancestors is along Mulberry Road. And that's where we're going to walk today, because that's where my ancestors lived and worked. Mulberry Road in Jefferson's time was always active. So when you walk around Mulberry Road, I ask people to put themselves back into the 19th century and the 18th century and hear the animals, hear the hammering of all the work going on. And guess what? I ask them to hear the children playing. I ask them to hear the laughter. Because what's most important for me as a descendant is to recognize these people as human beings. They still found hope and joy, because if they hadn't, we wouldn't be here today.
That's right.
This, of course, is where the enslaved lived and worked.
Okay.
along this end of the home, which is a wing that's connected to the main house.
Okay.
I would like to talk a little bit about Sally Hemings and who she was, because people make assumptions about her and don't really know the history. Sally Hemings was the daughter of a woman named Elizabeth, an enslaved woman, African and European, and the daughter of a man named John Wales. John Wales was Thomas Jefferson's father-in-law, which means that Sally Hemings and Jefferson's wife, Martha, were half-siblings, half-sisters. So this exhibition, The Life of Sally Hemings, opened in 2018. Not only does it acknowledge that Jefferson had children with an enslaved woman, but it acknowledges her personhood. It gives a woman who was marginalized in her life the attention and the credit she deserves for being strong, brave, intelligent, and very, very clever. I'm so proud of this exhibition and the work that we put into it, and I'm really proud that this woman is my 4 times great aunt. The paradox of our history, that we were founded on principles of freedom. When Jefferson wrote the Declaration, he was accompanied by an enslaved man, Robert Hemings. So there's that tension that we hold, not just here in Monticello, but in America. And it's the freedom that we keep fighting for. There's something about this place that is painful, but yet embracing. It calls us to the truth.
Well, the joy of the experience for me is knowing the history and then meeting you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So this is like a full circle moment.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Thank you for being here with me.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
We really
sharing
appreciate
this
it.
story, sharing this history.
I've watched this clip, Loretta and Lauren, quite a few times, and every time I get chills when Gail says that Sally Hemings was her 4 times great aunt. And Rick often talks about when traveling to Europe that it's so important to listen to people's stories to gain a broader perspective. And seeing this at home, you can listen to the stories of African Americans like Sally Hemings to gain a broader perspective at home. And how does it feel for you to be able to highlight Black history on your show? You do it almost every episode. How does it feel? Loretta first and then Lauren.
Well, you know, I think it's really important to know that Black history is American history. You know, we are so interwoven into this country's DNA. So it's hard to just, I just can confine it to just knowing about things in the month of February. But there's so many things that are a part of this country that Black people have been a part of. And so I guess it gives us a lot of pride when we go places and we learn about in various cities, different types of Black history.
How about for you, Lauren?
I think for me, being a Black woman in America, it is so important to highlight the things that Black Americans have done in our country and to celebrate us as well, because a lot of the times Black history gets overlooked. And we want to always highlight it. Like my mom said, Black history is American history. Just because we don't get as much spotlight, it's still just as important as any other history facts that we've learned growing up in school.